An important aspect in overcoming musician focal dystonia is the concept of wasting time. When one feels he's wasting time, he gets aggravated, he gets frustrated. All of this negative energy contributes to the dystonia. So how to not feel frustrated when you cannot play your instrument the way that you wish you could or the way that you could before? One way is to learn more about music, to increase your musicianship, to spend time learning and growing musically in areas you never did before, or where you felt you never had time, where you never felt you had enough time to spend on those topics, on those areas that where you were weak at. So for example, one thing that most musicians can always work more on is ear training. So you can, for example, have a drone, and with a drone, sing intervals. So sing all the intervals up and down, like minor second, minor third, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on. Another items that myself I use a lot is an app that generates random notes. So it plays a note, I sing it, and then I find it on the instrument. So it doesn't take much dexterity just to play one note. And as you play the note, you can be very relaxed. The big concept behind playing sound instead of playing movements is that it comes from a different part of your brain, and you don't focus on that specific finger moving to obtain a note, a sound. So instead you hear the sound in your head, and then the body makes a movement to have that sound come out of your instrument. It's very different from the concept of you read it on the page or you think about the note. I want to play a D. Let's say that's your bad note on your instrument. And then you know that finger has to move down in that spot, and you're concentrating and focusing all your energy into that one finger, which contributes to the dystonia. When you play by sound, for example, let's say you're playing that D note, you're hearing it on your head, and you're playing the sound focusing on the sound in your head and not the movement. That can really help. Another area that you could explore is the use of different type of instrument, or for example, learning about electronic synthesis. You could get a synthesizer that just has knobs and no keys, where you can work on the concept of creating sound. That can open a whole new area of music, of interest, and of places where in the future you can contribute musically. The main thing is to keep growing in your musical path and not feel frustrated as time is going by and you feel you're not accomplishing your goal. So the big item in doing so is to remove all that stress, anger, frustration into playing the instrument, feeling you're not getting anywhere, with a whole growth of extra musical knowledge that when you get to the place where your hands work again, you feel like a much more accomplished musician. So by that time, you feel that the whole journey was worth it, and you became a much better musician than you would have without having gone through the episode of musician focal dystonia.